Why depressive disorder cannot be cured without sports. The doctor explains. A doctor explains why exercise is important if you suffer from depressive disorder. Playing sports is useful in any case. However, this is especially important to do if you are depressed or unwell. When you feel anxiety or a panic attack, adrenaline is released. This means that its secretion by the adrenal glands is disrupted, that is, regulation is disrupted. This regulation is controlled by the autonomic nervous system. Adrenaline is also released during emotions, whether positive or negative. And most importantly, physical activity also contributes to the release of adrenaline. That is, our task is to teach our adrenal glands to secrete it when we need it, and not when they need it, and not when the nervous system wants it. We cannot specifically induce anxiety for the required release of adrenaline. Therefore, you should play sports. Suppressing negative emotions through training can lead to unpleasant consequences. There is no need to argue about the benefits of sports. However, some underestimate its importance, including for peace of mind. About whether sport can help cope with depression, melancholy, and bad mood. Can sport help fight depression? Some people believe that sports and physical activity in general can help cope with depression. However, this idea is wrong, the psychologist notes. Why did society have this opinion? Perhaps it is due to the fact that depression is often called a bad mood. The expert points out that many people now use terms from psychology and psychiatry without realizing what they mean. Thus, the commonly used depression has come to characterize a state of depression, emotional exhaustion, and burnout. In reality, it is a serious clinical disease. Depression is a disorder that can only be diagnosed by a doctor. A person subject to it cannot feel the joy of life, and this is not due to his reluctance. Here you need the help of a specialist. The psychologist urges people to call a spade, because by calling sadness depression, we downplay the real significance of the diagnosis. Can sport lift your spirits? If a person feels a loss of strength, and this is due to the fact that he has not taken care of his physical and mental health for a long time, in this case sport is really useful. Any activity that can add joy and pleasure to your life will do. It is worth paying attention to yoga, Pilates, dancing, or working out in the gym. Such sports have a beneficial effect on a person's psycho-emotional state. The psychologist emphasizes that physical activity also brings a person back to reality. The practitioner begins to concentrate on his body, focusing on what movements his arms, legs, torso, and head produce. By changing the physical state, a person also changes his psycho-emotional state. Is it worth suppressing emotions through sports? If a person tries to drown out emotions through activities, this can have a detrimental effect on health. Feelings and experiences cannot be ignored. It is important to notice them, including negative ones, for example, anger and aggression. These emotions should not only be recognized, but also distinguished from other feelings, and their expression should be recognized. Ignoring them can lead to emotional exhaustion and other unpleasant consequences. You shouldn't stifle yourself with sports. You need to approach the problem comprehensively. Sport should not be exhausting for a person who already does not have enough strength for himself. You need to understand that for some, sport is a way to relieve accumulated emotions. In this case, people relax and switch their attention. For others, it's work. Under such conditions, during emotional burnout, it can only do harm.